Good night, everyone. Welcome to another Security Flow with the Rise Up team. We got our special buddy Ty in the house. We should have Dave as well, and Empress coming soon as well. Ty, you look so different, man. Where's your glasses? Can you hear me? Hmm. Time to preach moonshine and some cold beer, baby. Let's go. Nice. Good evening. How you guys doing? Let me just finish creating the tweet so we can share, letting everybody know we're live. How you guys doing? Feeling good this week? You doing some testing, Ty? Ty is doing some testing with his mic. Yes, he's switching. Did I send it today? Yes, I did. Right. Let me double check. Yeah. Guys, please smash the like button if you're watching us right now. If you're watching us later on, smash the like button. Anyways, leave a comment. It's always appreciated. Make sure that you also follow us on Twitter. It's Junior Flow on Twitter, but the username is Junior 100 right? Okay? But just put Junior Flow, you should find me. Put Rise Up, and you should find the Rise Up team, Rise Up token, right? Or Rise Up FinTech. Either way, you'll find it. Ty, still doing checking. Oh, you're back? All right. Hold up. Okay, there it is, the one. All right, guys. Glad to have you all back in here. Thank you for who's already sharing the tweet. Tonight we're gonna go over things about security. We also here to answer any questions if you guys have any questions on the market as well. Been doing some research on it. If you want to hear my opinion, feel free. We got Dave in the house as well. What's up, Dave? Good night.
What's up?
Not much.
Guys,
Ty is
Ty.
checking his earpiece. I think he's having some. Ooh. I think he's having some connection issues with that. He's double checking.
I need to get the YouTube from you. Yep, I got it.
So got your buddy over here saying he's gonna have a cold beer.
I'm having one.
I'm drinking some water. Ty, can you hear?
All right. Yeah, I can. I can now. My wireless is not working well, so I had to go wired.
I was looking at you. I was like, why is Ty like so different? And I was trying to figure it out. And then they're right here. If I get to looking at the screen too long, I'll have to put them on. But I have to take them on and off so much to read. So you're like Clark, you can't, huh? When you put the glasses, you're a different person.
Yeah.
Hey, Ty, you just missed that. We just adjusted the bot. 3 sells, 3 buys.
Nice. Was Queen going to join us?
Empress supposed to be here. Let me check her message.
And Empress, yeah, I saw Empress too. Davey, did you talk to Queen?
No, let me ask.
I put it in chat, so. How's it been?
How's it what?
How's it been?
Good. Oh, well, actually, don't know some news, right? I twisted
Uh-oh.
my knee.
Oh no.
Yeah. I decided to go back to the gym. I'm working out again, doing some cardio. And then after a couple weeks, I was like, man, I gotta go back and play some soccer again to lose some weight, get back in shape. And I went to play soccer, but I was wearing, I guess, different types of shoes for the different type of quarter, right? And my right shoe, when I was running, it kind of like stuck to the ground, and my knee went to the side. It hurt a lot, and I was not able to walk for more than 10 days. I just started walking a little better now, but yeah,
Yeah, that's no good. That's no fun.
never playing soccer anymore, man. Never playing
Yeah,
soccer.
yeah.
And I'm not even
That
gonna
means
talk
you're getting
about.
old.
Yeah, well, I didn't realize that, but that's the truth, Not only getting old, but if you're out of shape and you go back, just think you're gonna play the same way, you're not.
Yeah, exactly. I went roller skating with my daughters. It was several years ago now. The first time I went roller skating, I was like, oh, I used to do this. So I got on there. I went roller skating. I did fine. I was sore the next day just from using muscles I hadn't used in a long time. But I did fine. Well, the next time I went back, and somebody came flying up behind me and jumped off, and they made a bunch of noise. And when I looked back, my feet went up, and I went backwards. And I stuck my hand back, and I laughed because it didn't really feel like it hurt. Felt like it hurt that much, but I don't know. It was probably a month or two later. My wrist was still hurting. I could, it's like, see, that's the difference. When we were little, you take that tumble and roll, and it was no big deal.
Mine was pretty much the same thing. At first, it hurt, but not that much. And then I was like, guys, I'm going home right now because this was no good. And then when I got home and I took a shower, when I looked at my knees, it was already double the size of the other one. But, sad short story, but not so sad anymore. We have our other guest, Queen. How you doing? Good night.
Hello, I'm doing wonderful. I'm sorry this is my first time joining on a live stream, so I don't even have an avatar, but I am here.
Awesome. No problem. Always good. By the way, feel free to say whatever you want. The channel, it's called Flow for a reason because we just talk about what it comes to our mind. It's our opinion. So feel free. Ain't nothing right, ain't nothing wrong, right? So feel free to talk about whatever you want to say tonight. Don't feel like, oh, my first live. No problem. We all got to start somewhere.
It's the same as talking in a space or talking in chat. You just on camera. Eventually, you forget. And don't worry. We all started with no avatar, so don't worry about it.
Well, the difference, yeah, right. Well, I'm not even gonna talk about our body. Oh, wait, over here. Wait, over here. But for me, it was the same thing. I like spaces better because, when you have an avatar, like people not like looking at you, right? But if you're live, like with everybody watching, then you got to concentrate where you're looking. You know, it's a little harder, but with the avatar, it's the same thing as in space. You're probably just hanging out on your couch, live with us, and we don't even know.
Junior, can I share my screen? I'm gonna show you something that's gonna be that shock you a bit, and that's gonna be the subject of this evening.
Okay, I got scared a little bit when you're asking me if you can show because then I don't know if I want to see, but
he's about to get you taken off of YouTube.
I'm like, do I want to see this? No, but yeah, you can share, Dave.
1 second, let me grab the link.
World. Hello, Beast by Tree Leno. We got Teeth in the house. Good night, Wolfpack. Good night, everybody. We have some special guests tonight. Besides our buddy, who is always special as well, Ty, we have Dave in the house, the real Dave. And we have Queen in the house as well. So I don't. Let me know, Dave, so I can share. Does it show to me here? Well, do I have to send it to you? No, right? You can. Hold on. Hmm.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, I see. Okay, good. Oh, nice. Well, for everybody who's been asking, what's BB, right? I'm gonna let Dave and Ty talk about it. I'm sure they're gonna get the right way to say it faster. It's a new project, and the Rise Up team is working together with them, right, Ty, Dave?
Yes, let me first start at the beginning. So I know Queen for a little bit longer, and at some point she knows what we do. She likes what we do, and she vouches for us. So at some point she had some friends. They started to creating a token. They got in touch with the dev. They paid the dev. They paid the dev for a bot, and after the payment, the dev suddenly disappeared. Well, he didn't disappear, but he didn't want to work on it anymore. So Queen suggested us to have a look at it. And if something was suspicious with the contract and the bot, we would say that. Now we checked it. The bot was encrypted with malicious coding. There were 7 wallets connected to the bot, so that would been a slow rush for these people. While these people are honest people, and they work for their token. So we gathered together and we said, look, we will create a new contract, we will create a new bot, and we will follow every guidelines that you want in the contract. So I got in touch late. Queen got in touch with me about this Thursday evening. I spoke with the 3 other team members. We made an ASAP decision, create a new contract, create a new bot. And 24 hours later, everything was ready, except the bot. The bot took 3 days longer. Now, the thing about the BB token is the concept is for every sell that is happening, let's say $200, there is a counter buy for $201. Let me show you.
Wait, guys. By the way, feel free to ask questions. I'm asking live as well, getting all this information. So the buy bot back, the bot that buys back, it's always more than the last sold. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, we have a genius system. There is a high tax, of course. That's 16 on buys and 30 on sells. But this is to feed the belly from the buyback. This is needed. We also have a second thing in common. We call that phase 2, to feed the belly from the buyback bot even more than there is in the liquidity from the token. So if people are worried that they are selling and the buyback bot can't follow, we can counter that. We have phase 2 for that. In the meanwhile, me and Ro, we will adding more ETH to the buyback bot to keep it a bit loaded until we launch phase 2. Now, if you look at the screen, in the
What do you
beginning, the
mean
bot.
by? I'm sorry. What do you
Go
mean
ahead.
by when you launch phase two?
When we launch phase 2, we will be launching NFTs with big prizes connected to it.
Oh, okay, okay. You adding more things to the token, right?
Yes, and this is all a plan that comes together. The community knows what we are doing. The community have seen what we delivered in roughly 5 days, and we are all hyped. We all have the FOMO. Let's put it that way. Now, how we created this bot is very essential. We don't give the code away because this is a unique bot. On each cell you make, on each cell the contract make, let's say you sell your tokens, that's this line. These are your tokens. The buy bot counters that with this line. These are the taxes that are being deducted from buying and selling. Now we adjusted the bot that he counters also these tax cells. So if somebody tries to create a red candle, as you can see here, sometimes it takes a few minutes, but each time it counters it. This was a sell here, and there was no red line because it was countered with bigger money. You see here 0.07, it was countered with 0.08. You see here the 0.04, it was countered with 0.404. Each time a sell happens, the bot counters that with a bigger buy. That's a unique concept. The more
where does the money come from? Like the bigger buys? I'm not understanding that.
Well, we did a stealth launch. At that stealth launch, we reached, you can see here, we reached almost 19 cents. We started with 3 zeros and a 6. At launch, we reached almost 20 cents. Of course, when you launch, you know what's happening. People start selling if they do a 2x, 3x. So it went down again. Then the bot started working after 3 days. And then now you can see the steady climb here. Look, see? That line isn't going to drop anymore. This green candle is going to go up and up and up.
So what you're asking is what phase 2, phase 3, that's exactly what it's going to be all about. I'll wait for Junior to come back. It looked like he had to step out for a second.
Sorry, I'm back. For some
you're
reason,
good.
My wire was showing that my computer wasn't connected.
So
shut it off.
Oh, yeah, you're fine. Yeah, you're the. So the question for you was basically where's the money come from, right? I mean,
Yeah,
the long and the short of it. So that's what he was explaining. So for the smaller buys, it's fairly easy to keep up with it, and in the fact that we have a reserve already, and as we build the reserve, it will obviously be even better. But what the phase 2 and phase 3 is exactly what he's talking about. You have to raise funds outside of the token in order to add to the belly to continue to do that. So that is exactly what we're doing. We're releasing the NFTs. We have other things coming after that that will actually produce funds to fill the belly, so that the bot is able to counter when he needs to.
Got it. So
And what-
from
and-
that,
and the-
that wallet that was created has a reserve in the beginning, and from there you guys can get the buybacks. Also, there's a percent deduction, right, when you sell it?
It's a 30% sell tax. There's a 16% buy tax. It's very high taxes. That is the only way this works is with the high taxes.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out, and I guess that would be like everyone's questions as well.
Exactly.
So from the sales, the 30%, that's when you guys get also the money to go to the wallet that's going to be using for the buybacks.
Every time, exactly. So every time someone buys, right, there's a 16% tax. Those tokens go to the contract and is held in the contract, right? Every time someone sells, there is a 30% tax. Those tokens go to the contract and is held in the contract. So, but additionally to that, on every sell, there is also a sell attached to that from the contract in order to fill the belly for the bot to continuously have ETH. But it only affects it on the sell, which is immediately countered anyway. So that's how it builds its belly. But obviously, for to be sustainable, you have to have outside funds that are also coming in.
And what do you mean by outside funds that will be
like the NFT. So when we sell the NFT, when we sell the NFTs and we put the 60% towards the bot, so that will give us roughly 50 ETH to put into the bot that covers those differences in the taxes. Whereas you would technically have to get 100%, right? That's the only way you can cover both is to get 100% every time, which means nobody ever gets anything. So what you have to do is you have to build a reserve, and that reserve has to come from outside funds. It can't come from taxes because you can only tax so much, before there's nothing left.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Ty.
Well, I was going to say that and as we were speaking today and we were doing the math, our plan is to have actually more in the belly than in liquidity in the token. So it is virtually impossible to attack it.
Got it. That's awesome. Guys, if you do have any questions on it, feel free. If you have questions like me, just feel free to ask. I'm sure everybody will be answering. That's the Rise Up team, always transparent. Queen is in the house as well. If you guys want to address some questions as well, or if you want to say something and add on to that, Queen, feel free. Mrs.
Yes,
Nice.
I do, because it's really funny because we did shield tank today. We actually got called up first, and another member of the team, shield our project. And, if you're aware of shield tank, you only have a couple of minutes to, get in there and try to, get your project some, exposure and hopefully some funds and stuff. And you only have a short amount of time. They had so many questions. They were so intrigued. They were so in awe of this project. I think he was on about 5 to 10 minutes. And if anyone knows shield tank, that's just, they want you in and they want you out. So we understand because we went through this just this morning.
There's a question from Conservo. He's asking first he's saying this project is dope. I'm happy I got it back. How much of a total supply is left, and can you all mint more tokens? That was a good question.
No, we don't have a mint function in the contract because, in my opinion, if you have a mint function in the contract and I keep minting tokens, the price keeps going lower and lower and lower until eventually there is nothing left. There will be a lot of tokens, but they will not have a value.
Well, then you'll have an inflationary token instead of a deflationary token. It would be the exact opposite. And for that, the exact answer to that question is at the moment there is right under 10% left in Uniswap of the tokens. Obviously, if anyone sells, that gets replenished. When the bot sells, that gets replenished some.
So there's only 10% of the supply left to buy?
In Uniswap, and 96% was put into Uniswap. There are no more tokens to put in except for through circulation.
Wow, that's good.
Do you know what that means, Junior?
Yeah, prices will go up.
Prices will go up, and we can keep raising the price with the buyback.
Just not having any more tokens being created and with the buybacks, I mean, that's already amazing. And what are the all the utilities for the what is it called, the BB? What's the name for it? The
BB is the buyback token. We call it BBB. I call it the buyback belly.
I call it the buyback bot. So I don't think we've nailed it, but Davey likes belly. So
yes, so
still 3 Bs.
The BBB is the first utility that was working 3 days after launch, maybe 4 days. That's the first utility. The second, I'm not going to call a utility, but some will call it a utility. That's going to be selling the NFTs. We will sell the first batch, 500 NFTs, The first prize will be 5 ETH. The second ETH will be 3 ETH. The third prize will be 1 ETH. And the other 15 prizes will be a shoe with your own NFT that you purchased from a very well-known brand.
So the NFTs, the token will be selling. The money is gonna go for the buyback wallet, right? And
yes, and for the prize winners, and a small amount for marketing, because we launched the token, no dev wallet, no marketing wallet, 96% of the supply into the liquidity, and we had 4 seed investors. That's it. That's the total 100 supply.
Now let me ask you a question that, knowing you, I already know the answer, but I'm gonna ask because that's a question everybody should ask. Was there a pre-sale on it?
No.
I already knew the answer, but
no pre-sale, no private sale. Only, as he said, the 4 seed investors, and they each got 1%. So, which is basically a max wallet.
Now, people say utility, I speak in phases. So phase number 2 will be the 500 NFTs combined, if you're lucky, to win the 5 ETH, 3 ETH, 1 ETH, or a unique pair of shoes. Now, phase 3 will be 1,000 NFTs, and we double the price. That will be first prize 10 ETH, second prize 5 ETH, and third prize 2 ETH. And 30 prizes with your shoe, with your own shoe.
Well, are those
after that, we still ain't done. But ask your question, please.
I was gonna say, after for the NFT, is that gonna be like a NFT of the project, like an art of it? Does it have utility?
It's gonna be the 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗘𝗖𝗧.
The what?
The 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗘𝗧.
Elaborate that for everybody.
His avatar. Remember the koi punks? His avatar.
Oh, yes. Okay, got it. The NFTs from Rise. Okay, got it.
Yes, so because we already have them, and at this moment we don't use them, we are going to use them for this project.
Conservative asking what kind of shoes.
I'm not going to tell you that, Joe.
That's a secret.
Good night. What was that, Ty? I'm sorry.
I said that's a secret.
I can give you a clue, Junior. Yeah. We do have some Saitama people amongst our community.
Nice. By the way, for all of you, I'm asking all these questions. I'm also I'm not hearing about the project now, but I'm hearing more details of the project now. And if we are showing here on the channel, it's because we did our research. So if you guys could and would and want to, you can also do your research on it. But we're here Dave and Ty and Queen are here to be answering those questions for everybody as well. I like the idea. I'm just trying to ask questions that it would come up. Like when I hear of a new project, the first questions are what can go wrong. Let me ask that, right? So
okay.
That's all.
What do you think then that can go wrong here?
No, the only thing when you were saying that I was asking, I was like, where is the money coming from the wallet? But you already answered the question.
That's coming from my personal wallet.
And the wallet that was created in the beginning, like Ty said as well.
No, that money was stolen by the former dev.
Oh, okay, got it. So after that, it was okay. Wow, you guys
we literally started from scratch. There were people that had donated to the first BBB, and that money was stolen. That was roughly $6,000. So we had to fix that. We couldn't let the community down. We had to fix that, no matter what.
Awesome. That was a good
so
action.
We fixed that. But now, regarding the phases, Rise Up is building their own portal. We will have our own staking pools, our own staking contracts. We will have I'm not going to say that. No, that's too much. The BB token will have their own page in the portal. So what the buyback does is he buys tokens. What we think is best, we create a staking pool with these tokens and we reward the holders for staking. That's also another phase. But the biggest phase that the biggest utility that we will be bringing with the two tokens together, you can purchase almost everything with your crypto, with your Rise Up, with your BB tokens. Instead of cashing out and getting the money from the bank, which you are taxed on, we are going to remove that. You can pay with your BB tokens. You can pay with your Rise Up for products.
Is there a website?
I'm not telling you that yet.
Okay.
That's the main goal, to create.
Yeah, there's a website for BB, but there's not a website for that part of the project yet. But there is a BB website.
I'm speaking of the token, so people.
Yeah, I actually just sent it to you in private chat.
Okay.
The website and the Telegram, actually.
Okay, I see here. I'm gonna share with everybody in here as well.
Yeah, I was gonna try to do it I have to do it on my other computer because I can't answer in public chat from here.
In here, so if everybody want to take a look at it.
Soon, trust me, eventually we are we are going to remove banks. They will be gone because you can use everything to pay with your crypto. I'm already doing that. So it's possible. I know. Everything I buy, I pay with my crypto.
That's the website. If you guys want to take a look at it, buybackwallet.com. I already like the website just by clicking in.
Conserve crypto by buying NFTs and hoping you are lucky.
That's 18 locked for 6 months. Oh, that was another question I was going to ask. I forgot, but it's already answered here. The liquidity is locked for 6 months.
And will be relocked every 6 months.
16%,
Yes.
sell tax 30% until 5 million market cap. After 5 million market cap, what's the sell?
I don't think we're 100% decided. I think that we're going to have to honestly, because we really have to watch the bot and see what's necessary. Because as we said before, this doesn't work without high taxes. So how much of a decrease there's going to be, it's kind of hard to say. In fact, at the very beginning, I believe that was 1 million market cap. But we realized pretty quickly that if you start lowering those taxes too quickly before you have the other phases filling the belly, then you could have a problem. So the key is to have the other phases filling the belly.
Oh, that was a question Dave was saying. Buyback wallet receives 15% on every sell. Here's the contract address. If you want to buy, always make sure you double check the contract address. Check the utilities. Anti-well. I like this. First time I heard of this was on 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗖𝗧. Anti-well. I was like, how can somebody block somebody from buying? Oh, the buyback. Blacklist. Oh, well, how does the blacklist works? Blacklist function for projects again.
Well, Junior, let me respond to that. You know me. You know I keep an eye on the chart. You know I track. If I see a contract or a MEV bot doing buys and sells in our contract, I will blacklist it to protect the community. Because what a MEV bot does, he just buys and sells quickly to drain liquidity slowly.
So if somebody's doing day trade, that's okay, right? As long as,
If you're doing, why would you day trade on a buyback token?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, but for the amount of percent on the sell. But let's say, the token exploded, somebody did 1,000%, and then they sell it, they wait for a drop to buy back or anything like. They shouldn't worry about it, right? Only if you see that they're like buying and selling right away and not even making any profits or anything like that. That's the reason for searching, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing with this buyback bot. If you buy and you sell, you're taxed 46%. So you already have to almost double your initials to make some profit.
Got it.
If you do that in our bot and you buy and sell, our bot counters your sell. So next time you have to buy again and you lose 69% in taxes because you bought twice.
Oh, wow.
So our contract and our bot is built especially to counter this.
Charts and info. Oh, am I sharing? Wow. I am sorry, guys. I was taking a look at the website, and that's why I'm quiet, because I was showing here to everybody the information on it, but then I forgot to put it back. Sorry. Social medias, Twitter, buyback wallet. If everybody want to take a look at it. Team. Queen's with us tonight. The roadmap: phase 1, 100 private Telegram members. Self launch, opens to public 48 hours.
Yes, there is a contingency plan in if ETH price crashes and belly value gets depleted, because the phases I just spoke about, they're not gonna get the belly value depleted. We will continue adding ETH to the buyback bot because we have another revenue.
Yeah, another thing to remember is also that since the token is built on ETH, as ETH drops, the value of the token will have to drop with the ETH. There's nothing that can be done about that. A percentage of that value will go with it. So when someone sells their tokens, it's a bit of a wash. And then we have the contingency plans for, obviously, for the extra phases to protect, because you have to have a reserve. There's no way you can run without a reserve.
No, but here's the thing, because we have another revenue that's bringing ETH to the buyback belly, we can still make purchases. Let's say ETH drops $100, the chart goes a bit down. Because we have so much ETH in the belly, we can purchase also manual. The bot is automated, but we still have control. I can still do a manual purchase. So if the ETH price drops to 1,400, the chart dips a bit, I can make a purchase with the bot.
Got it.
Because we have enough ETH, and that ETH is coming from another feeding table. Let's put it that way.
Let's go. Conservative saying. Conservative's excited. You got a bag of it. By the way, guys, I was just taking a look at it. It's at 300K market cap, which it went up really quickly. Last time I checked was 200K, which was yesterday.
Junior, if you don't buy a bag now, I will be here in the Junior Live in the next 14 days and in the next month. And I will replay this part that we speak now.
I would have no problem whatsoever buying right now. I like the idea. I like the project. That buyback it's already a must. I would definitely, in other situations, wisely, be getting a bag. But soon, this is definitely a great project. I like the way, and especially because you guys are behind it as well. So that makes me feel a lot more comfortable knowing you guys. But I'll be taking a look at it, Dave, for sure.
Queen, you're awful quiet, Queen.
Yes.
Well,
it's the first time on YouTube, but
no, and I'm not shy by all means. I was a public speaker for like 15 years in the military. No,
Oh,
Dave. Excuse me. Duke gets on us about interrupting, so we can't do that. We've been spanked a couple of times for interrupting. But just to add on to what he just said,
Excuse me, this is the real Davy.
see see how he does. But we have just to recap just a second. When we launched this project, the bot was not working. We went from 1,500 market cap all the way to 440 with no bot, community alone. We had so many influencers, community in this project before launch. It was out out of this world. I have been receiving DMs left and right. Like, what can we do for you? How can we help you? Do you need promotion? Do you need this? And these are not the scammers that show up in the TG that you have to ban every 10 seconds. These are legitimate people. We just did a promo yesterday. Young World did a promo for us. He's definitely on board. I've been his admin for 1 year. And he's like, well, first I'm going to get a max bag. Then I'm going to do a promo on this because I'm investing in this. But we also had Pablo Crow that did a call right before. We just got so many people that are just really just tell us what you want us to do because we just love this project. But the marketing is the community. It's all this stuff that Duke is talking about, but the community is what's driving this project to where it is, in addition to those things.
Okay. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow.
See, he does that when I start talking. He's like, okay, Queen got it. And I'm like, no, don't leave.
well, if that was being serious, I would understand. Let me know.
Can you run a contract, Junior?
Can I run a contract? No.
Running a contract is easy. Creating one is 1,000 times difficult.
Well, yeah. Well, either way, I wouldn't be able to because I never ran. I would maybe, but right now, nope, don't know.
And trust me, there is a lot more coming this year. We've been silent for the latest few months. We are still here. We worked hard, and we will show it at the appropriate time.
Yeah, and I want everybody to know too, who's in here. This does not mean we're not walking away from Rise Up by any means. Rise Up is still a project. This is just a way for us to achieve our goal. I mean, we've said it over and over again. Our ultimate goal as Rise Up as a project is to help this space get better. And I can't think of a better way. And I've thought this for quite a while, honestly. I can't think of a better way to help this space get better than to take legitimate people who want to do legitimate projects and have some innovation and have the work ethic and help them to succeed. Because if we can flood the market with good projects instead of the scam projects, then that just pushes the scams out. We'll never get rid of them. I've always said that. They're never going to go away. But if we can at least make it where you could just throw a rock and hit 20 scams before you hit a good one, that would be worth it to me. So I just want everybody to know, anybody who's a Rise Up, community member, don't think that this means we're not Rise Up. We're still Rise Up. We're just doing what we do, and that is helping. We've helped several projects over the years. We've done it over the last year and a half. We've done it mostly behind the scenes. And not to this extent, but this is a great project. It's a great idea. It's very innovative, and we loved it. So, and really the only thing they were lacking was a developer that wasn't shady. I mean, honestly, not for the tech, not to take advantage of them, because it happens an awful lot. A lot of people come in with the money. They come in with the mindset to do everything that needs to be to get done. But at the same time, they end up with a dev that writes malicious code and uses them as their scapegoat. And I think that we luckily were able to, intervene with this one, to some extent. It still did at the beginning, cause a small issue, but a very small issue compared to what it would have been if that contract had gone live the way it was. So I think that's just, and like I said, you look at this tech and you look at this innovation, and I haven't seen anything much better come out in quite a while, actually.
I wanted to add on to that what you just said about helping, because I'm going to share what Duke said when we first came to him. Actually, it was just supposed to be to look at the contract. That's what it was supposed to be. But he made a joke, but it was just so funny. He said after he heard everything, he really liked the idea, but he's like, this project, the idea behind it was not to make the team money. He said, this is to make everyone money. He said, so after I help you, I don't want to be on the team. He said, because this project wasn't designed, to get the team rich. He's like, this project was designed to make everybody wealthy or even better, with their financial goals. But he's like, so I don't want to be on the team because this is not a team project, that you would get rich off of. But yeah, he came in and he brought the Rise Up team, and I'm still in just emotional shock of how all of this came together and how they just came in and helped. And I know I'm on here, but it's like myself, you have Ro, who's in the background, he's the money guy, and then you have DeFi, who's kind of like the brains, and then you have me, I'm the extrovert out there talking and promoting. So along with Duke and the Rise Up team, we just make it happen. And I'm just so blessed to be here and a part of that and to know him, because I feel like everything happens for a reason. And we really do want to help people. So, yeah.
That is awesome. And
I'm going to send you a DM, Queen.
You just got promoted.
No. She got demoted.
I don't think I was supposed to.
I knew that was coming.
Well, the way that I met the Rise Up team, and the Rise Up team was actually the first project that besides the original, well, I came out on social medias because of the Wolfpack, the community we all know. And the first project that I decided, to talk about on the channel besides the 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗖𝗧 was the Rise Up. And that's because when we met, everybody from the Rise Up team was always helping the Wolfpack community. Many people were doing, how can I say, stupid things, right? Losing wallets, losing money, and all of that. And they were helping out us a lot. And I like that. I was like, this guy's never asked for anything. They're just out here in spaces, hanging out, helping people, fighting FUD. So those are good times back in the days. And I started to, like the project and everything else first because of you guys. And then hearing and seeing and watching all the utilities, especially the staking, which everybody should definitely take a look at it. And that's how, we grew. And not only me, but I know the whole Wolfpack, they appreciate the Rise Up team a lot with all their information and all the help that they are always giving us. Am I supposed to bring that up, Ty?
What?
I think you came in on Ty TCC.
No, that's Tyler. Don't you know him
That's
anymore?
Tyler.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, that's Tyler.
That's his
That's
American guy.
Yeah, we're both Ty.
Oh, so let me bring him up. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought that was you.
Yo.
Yeah. That's why I didn't bring you up, Tyler. He thought it was me. It was like another person, another account or something.
That makes sense. What's going on?
Well, I don't want to be a pain in the butt, but Queener explanation just give me a butt hurt, and it's 2 a.m. I really need to go to sleep.
See, he's just looking for excuses.
Bro, it's 2 a.m. here.
Although he doesn't need any excuses. He's been working his butt off since that launch for sure. Even before that, but there was a lot to get done. And it's pretty amazing that it was able to get done. It's a testament to both teams. Honestly, it's a testament we've basically integrated at this point. But to both teams, really, it is to stick with it. A lot of people would have been like, oh, just throwing their hands up and said, we got ripped off like a lot of other people and just walked away from it. But nobody did that. Everybody took it as a challenge, and we made it happen. Look at 𝗖𝗧𝗪𝗧 calling you out, David.
I'm gonna reply to 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call you out, 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧. Do what I did since Friday, and then talk to me.
Trust me,
David. He's not
David.
gonna be conservative anymore. He's gonna be liberal.
Trust me, Davey. I know 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧, and he'll be asleep at 2 a.m. I guarantee it. So,
Hey, I got on Pablo Crow's shill space with about 800 listeners, and told them all about the BB token. So there's a whole bunch of people from Vault Army in there that just followed me on Twitter and probably going to be watching the project.
Good night, folks. It's 2 a.m.
good night, David.
I need to be up at 7 a.m. Last night I went at 7 a.m. to bed, so I want to change for a time.
No, you need some rest. You need some rest
Yeah.
before you start, chopping heads and shining those boots up.
You can bet your ass I'm gonna get a phone call in Telegram.
Oh, guaranteed.
Good night, folks. Junior, thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you, buddy, for hanging out with us. Appreciate it. Always more than welcome to be here. Thank you.
Good night. Goodbye, folks. Queen, check your DM.
Good night, David.
You got in trouble, Queen.
I don't think he likes for me to say how much he helps us, so that's probably it.
Nah, he's fine. He'll be all right. It's getting late. He needs to rest.
Let's go, big dog. Guys, if you do have any questions, let us know. We still have a little.
Yeah, I mean, please do. If you have any questions, ask.
Yes.
We can, the three of us in here can answer most of them. And if we can't, then we'll just, tell you to call Davey and wake him up because he's already expecting it. So.
Yeah, let us know. Ty's here. We got double ties here.
Yeah, 2 times.
Right. And Queen I don't know if she left, had a problem, or if she's going to come back. But if you do have any questions about the project or anything related to security or anything related to the Rise Up team or anything related to the market, let us know. David has love for everybody. Yes, man, he does. No matter what he says or how he acts, he's definitely a good person.
Yeah, he's one of those. He's definitely one of those people, that's got that hard exterior and soft in the middle. Dave, there's nobody more loyal that's more. It is so important to Davey to do the right thing. So they don't make him like Davey anymore. He's actually a little younger than me, but not by much. But he's a little bit younger than me. Yeah. So we're an older team at Rise Up,
I saw Dave once, but it was so long ago that I don't even remember what he looks like anymore.
Yeah. He'll show himself. He just doesn't like being on camera. There's definitely plenty of YouTubes out there that's got Davey's face all over it. I think his ID is still in the Rise Up chat, if I'm not mistaken. If you go back far enough in the chat, he put his actual ID on the chat. So, in Telegram, in the very beginning. So
somebody's asking, would you consider buyback on BNB side?
That's something that we would have to discuss with obviously the rest of the buyback team. I would hate to say no. I would definitely consider it. I mean, honestly, it's silly not to consider something like that. Obviously with the ETH, because, there are parts of the buyback system that are easier when there's lower fees, obviously, right? So you don't lose as much in gas. When those buy purchases are happening, you can't control when somebody sells. And if they sell at a high gas time, and you're making purchases at a super high gas moment, you lose a decent amount. And, that's something you don't have to worry about on the BSC or the AVAX or, other chains. But obviously, Rise Up being on BNB, it's definitely a consideration. I honestly would say we haven't discussed it as a team at all. We're focused on making sure that we get the east side right first before we go to, go jumping on a different blockchain. But yes, we'll definitely consider it.
Good news. Good news. Very good question. Yes, you guys have some good questions today. I guess that's being interested on the project. Our other tie, you want to add anything on that? Feel free, buddy. Let me know. Don't be shy.
Yeah, I don't know. It just launched Friday, so there's a lot to do on the east side before there's any discussion about moving to another chain for sure. So we got to make sure everything's running smooth with the original launch before any other discussion like that happens.
Okay, got it. Well, if anybody has any other questions, let us know. That was a good live, good information. I'm going to be digging up more on it, but I already like what I heard. And I will be worried about the contracts, but, knowing you guys, I'm not. But if it was a new project, I would be. And all the questions that I had about, buys and sells, taxes, and all of that, it was already answered. It's on the website. So if you didn't hear, go there, check it out. It's buyback token. Is that the website?
Yes, it's buybackwallet.com.
Wallet.com. Okay.
Buybackwallet.com. And that's something I want to say too. I've actually gotten a few DMs from some Rise Up holders that were a little upset that we didn't basically tell them about this before the launch. We did very
I am upset
briefly.
you didn't tell me that about before the launch as well.
But we're very careful because of what we do. We're very careful. We don't want it to be perceived as if we're using our community to build other tokens and do that. So we'll be more upfront about it now as moving forward when we do it again. We just didn't want it to be taken the wrong way. What I would say is mainly keep an eye out on our socials and whatnot. If you start seeing us like and retweet things for a project, especially new projects, we're likely involved in some way. And we just don't want to, you see that too often. We feel like you see that too often where people pitch another project to the community and then basically leave one to die. And we don't want people to think that's what's going to happen. It is not at all what's going to happen.
That's why I don't really talk about other projects. And I actually did ask Ty, right, Ty? I'm like, are you guys going to be part of this? So is it just the beginning? Because, I don't want to, talk about it if it's not something like legit, something that I trust, before it goes to the channel. I did ask that before, by the way, everybody. And,
yes, we did. He asked many questions.
Yes, I did ask a few questions.
And because, I'm glad.
Yeah. Sometimes people think it's a joke, but when I say things, like I would say, none of this is financial advice. It's always my opinion. Do your own research, have your own opinion, right? Of course, you can get opinions from others to base yourself on the ideas, but always have your own opinion on everything that anybody says. I don't care if you trust them or not. But I was asking questions because my word was just, all that. Because when I tell people, I'm like, man, I did have people like, man, show this project on the channel and we help this, we'll give you that. And I'm like, no, because in a month or so, everybody's not going to trust me anymore because I already showed something that's, going down the drain. I'm just going to put it like that. So I do worry about what we talk on the channel and the buyback project. Since it's from the Rise Up, with the Rise Up, I trust and I know it's going to be something good, and especially because you guys, are in hold of, pretty much, I would say everything, but the what I worry about it. So I feel comfortable and confident enough to hear about the project, to take a look at it, and to become a holder. And just letting you guys all know, I'm not shilling the project because I bought it, because I didn't buy the buyback yet. I should be shilling to you guys after I buy it, right? No.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the main things I want to say is that, and I'm glad that you asked those questions, Junior, because look, I know that that people trust us, and that is awesome, and I'm glad. But one of the proudest moments I had was actually in an AMA for the BB when I knew it was a Rise Up holder and a Rise Up community member came in and started asking questions left and right, because that tells me that what we're doing for the last year and a half, at least somebody's listening. Because and that was one of the proudest moments for me. I mean, some could say, oh, you should be offended because they didn't just trust you. No, I don't. I've preached for a year and a half. Do not trust anybody ever. Always ask the questions. If you have a question, ask it. If they don't answer it, if they don't know the answer and tell you they got to get back with you, that's okay, as long as they get back with you. But if they don't, if the answer doesn't seem right, then you need to make your judgment on that. And, regardless of who's behind it, because there could be things, it doesn't have to be a scam for you to lose your money. So just, always ask questions. But I felt like I said, it to me, the best part was when I knew it was a Rise Up community member that came in and started asking tons of questions, the perfect questions that you need asked, and it was great, to see it happen, that I know that somebody, learned something from what we've been doing, because sometimes it doesn't feel that way, right? Because the only time anybody ever contacts you is when their wallet got hacked, and when it's like, well, why did you do that? We told you don't do that. Why'd you do it? You click the link, right? Or you answer the DM, and it's crazy. But like I said, that was my proudest moment out of all of it, was when somebody came in from Rise Up and started asking questions. That's awesome.
Yes, I totally agree on that. I like if I talk or say anything and people ask me, "Oh, is that really it?" Because you just said it. We've been saying for years, don't trust anybody, even if it's me. So that was a good call. Thank you, Queen, for she was just letting us know. She left, but she's saying here. Thank you for hanging out with us. The channel is open. Feel free. We arrange other dates to have you guys here again. And I am definitely going to be taking an even deeper look. But I would say my checklist on this token, everything up until now, I haven't checked contracts. But then, like I said, knowing that Dave and Ty and the Rise Up team are behind it, that makes me comfortable enough. And but everything else I like about the liquidity, I love about the market cap. I'm not even going to talk about that.
Yeah, and we've had a couple questions about the liquidity, why it's only locked for 6 months, because you've seen a lot of marketing for a new projects come out, and we're locking it for 300 years. We're doing this, we're doing that. So we've been around long enough to experience what happens in projects that actually last long enough happen. And if things happen and your liquidity's locked or burned forever, you can't fix it. It's the same as renouncing your contract in some ways, because you can never move the money. So when needed,
if you have any doubts about it, just follow up, count down the 6 months, and when it's near, you sell it.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't get the answers, you won't sell it. But we've said for a long time. I know, we've been saying it. People are really starting to catch on to it now. But about the renouncing of the contract, I'm not going to say every project, but most projects that renounce their contract before they launch don't plan on being around long enough for it to matter, honestly, because very few contracts can run perfectly until they hit a certain volume. There are things that can happen when you scale that you cannot know until it happens. So just keep an eye out for that. Don't say, oh, they renounced their contract, so it's safe. I'm not saying it isn't safe. I'm just saying don't assume that. That just means they can't change anything. So if anything goes wrong, they can just blame it on the contract and walk away. So they have no way to fix it. And there's a lot of bad contracts that get launched every day. Just so there's things. Liquidity is the same thing. If you lock your liquidity away forever and something happens, especially when it's close to launch, because you really haven't been tested in full. No matter how much you test it, it's not the same as actually hitting the market, especially on a pump. That much volume. So it just remember, long liquidity locks and renounced contracts. Although they can be good, they can also be just a marketing ploy to gain trust, so somebody can scam you.
It's crypto. Anything.
That's right.
Happen. Even if it's something new, anything can happen. Of course, we gotta be prepared for everything. But if we don't have any more questions, double ties. Do you guys want to add anything else? Do you want to?
I'm thinking we need to have our show. We need to have a show of the two ties or something.
Right.
If I was a little more entertaining, maybe. I'm not very entertaining. I'm kind of dry. So
hey, I'm gonna write. Very easy, man. Go to chat open AI and just put funny jokes.
Yeah, let it ride.
But thank you so much, Thais. My buddy Ty down here. I don't know if you have anything else to add on it, but thank you for being here with us.
No, not at all. Thank you, Junior. Always a pleasure to be on.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Ty, once again, thank you for having you back. It's always good Tuesdays when you're here, when we're live, always having a good time, always answering many questions, helping many people.
I do still have the rest of those phrases too. I forgot about that, 3 weeks ago or whatever. We did like the first half. So I do still have them. I will, if anybody can DM me, I will put them. I don't think I ever put them on YouTube. So I will go ahead and put them on YouTube. I did actually put them on Twitter, I think, once. So they should be there. And I know they're on our Telegram. But if anybody wants them, I'll be glad to send them to them. And we can go over them, another time. But I can send them to you too, Junior, if you'd like to.
Let's share, man. I mean, that slide is awesome. That's great news. People got to know it. So let's share.
Okay.
Definitely tag me, and I'll be sharing it. Everybody, please. If you're new, I see some new people in here as well. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for hanging out with us. It was awesome, like every other life. We usually here on every Tuesday, and usually on Thursdays as well. But Tuesday is definitely for sure. Thursdays we gather more people. Sometimes they're not able to make it. But on Tuesdays, I know my buddy Ty is always here with me. So we should be here Thursday. But if not, we'll be here on Tuesday. So much. Once again, smash the like button. Leave some comments. It does help the channel, right, after we're done. So make sure that you smash the like button and leave some comments. That helps to share this information with other people that are new. So I'll appreciate that. And with that being said, once again, thank you so much for the Rise Up team, for the Buyback Wallet team, and for the project. If you do have any questions, feel free to DM Ty, Dave, Queen, and I'm sure they will be answering all of the questions that you guys have. Guys, thank you so much once again. Have an awesome night. Ty, appreciate it, buddy. Thank you for having you here again.
Later, guys. Thank
Good
you.
night.